Put on desktop audio. My mic is working. Check. I think it is. And I hear some sound. So let's start with the sound check. And we'll start with Oscar from the south of Holland.
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And from the United States of America, downtown Utah.
And from Salt Lake City, it's Chris.
Welcome, everybody. We are there one day later than normal, but that's okay, I think. We announced it on YouTube, so all our viewers were in the know that day.
Ones and ones of viewers will know.
So that's obviously very really really cool.
I actually called our viewer just on a one-to-one
Oh,
call
okay.
yesterday evening.
Okay. So he did know. So you all, oh
Just
yeah,
so
we did. We
just
went
so
to
he didn't feel left out.
we
Yeah,
went
yeah.
through the tedious task of calling personally all our followers.
We're a dedicated team of YouTubers here. Every one of our subscribers got a personal phone call.
Yes,
It took me the whole night, but
Yeah.
that is cool. And Edwin is there, and apparently everything is working fine because he's not
Yay.
telling us otherwise. So yeah, welcome everybody. It's been a very busy week, a long week. Yesterday was just crazy because we also went from summertime to wintertime. So summertime stopped.
That's why we didn't do the show
And
yesterday.
that's why we didn't do the show, because in the States, summertime had already stopped a couple of weeks ago. And we are there then a couple of weeks later. So there's this
Actually, no,
mismatch.
we don't go till next weekend.
Oh, next weekend. Oh, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So we changed, and the States still hasn't changed.
Yeah, we're behind as usual.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so there was a conflict of agendas and schedules, so we had to postpone it one day, which is fine. We could make that, so that's cool. Today, I think the goal is another half an hour of fun, and although we are definitely gonna talk about Formula One, I think the first thing we might want to talk about, and I have to see if I can sort of get that technically going, which I should be able to, but maybe not, because it's showing the wrong thing. I don't know why it does that, but apparently we'll go back to this one. Then we will try.
Our view of your screen is amazing.
I don't know. Well,
There's
the
some
thing,
blue squares everywhere.
the thing is, for some reason, and I don't understand why, but here it is. Anyway, this is a video of a world record attempt. And they succeeded, so it is a world record now, of the longest train. And
Passenger train?
It's a passenger train. It is filled with passengers. Let me try and get that up a little bit.
I was going to say, because America holds the record for the longest train, because even their
Yeah.
short freight trains are 3 miles long.
Why is this not there? Yeah.
Yeah.
True. I think this is better. Anyway, so it's a Retische Bahn, so the meter railroad, where also the Glacier Express is driving, and they just stuck together, I think, all the trains they've got, and it's about.
How many trains did you use? All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
I think it's 20
6.
or something, 26 trains. It says there somewhere. And they were all linked together, and it's almost 2 kilometers long. And it's amazing because when I tried that on my model railway, all the wagons keep falling over and everything. But apparently, they had confidence enough that this would work, that they would even go over the Landwasser viaduct, which you're seeing now. And pulling that whole thing there. I will restart it because apparently I have to.
But there were 9. What's it called? The drivers.
Yeah,
So-
Lokvoerder. Yeah,
Yeah, Lokführer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was searching for an English
Yeah.
word.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but they
Train drivers. Yeah.
train drivers, so they were also in the middle, and yeah.
Yeah,
all
because they had
working
to sort
together.
of keep everything going, because they have to arrange. They have to make sure that they are not. They have to arrange their power to get
Yeah.
everything going, so
Yeah.
that it doesn't pull too much on the front train. So they all have to push a little bit, but not so much that they will get wheel slip and everything. So it's quite the thing, but it's I should link the video because of that line is meandering. So what you see here, you see
Yeah.
a train, it goes under the viaduct, and you see it's the same train. Here you can see it 3 times, which is just amazing. So I thought that would be a cool thing to show you. It's all about the 175 years of Swiss railways. It's their anniversary, and the Swiss always find a way to make a party with their trains. So probably there's a 176th anniversary.
So on that day, the normal service was the train parked in one station. You got on and walked through the train to the other station.
exactly. Yeah. It's amazing. Anyway, I thought that that's a really cool thing. The Swiss and their trains. It's just they are so proud of that, and they're all fans of railway. So yeah. Really cool stuff. Anyway, so that's something I wanted to show. I'll link some videos down below. And I would have liked to be there, but I didn't even know that was going on. They have some things going on. Also older like steam locomotives that are doing their drives again, and they're parking trains next to each other for people to be able to take pictures of the old and the newer trains next to each other. And the Swiss are really good at that, to make that all happen. So yeah. So that was something worth mentioning, probably. So
yeah, very cool.
Yeah. Okay.
So would they also have driven on a stretch with the Tantrad, or?
Yeah. Let me think.
Probably not, or.
I don't think. They said where it was, and I don't think they went there. I think they just drove the stretch without the cog wheel. But we can probably find that out if we. Please find that out and comment. Below what you find.
First of all, for everyone that's listening in English, Tantrad.
Tantrad, yeah.
You have to figure out what that is.
A cog wheel. Yeah.
Not a traction railway. I can't remember what they call them in English now, but I know what you mean. It's the one where they have the cog in the middle that drags it up the hill.
Yeah, because the wheels would
like a funicular railway, but not.
No, because that's a cable normally, I think.
Yeah, it's a cable.
And this is not a cable; it's like a wheel, and like it's a tantrad. Anyway, let's talk Formula One, guys. Last weekend we had the Mexico Grand Prix, and in short, I thought this would be the one where then Max finally would not win, because it looked like it was not going to happen, and also it looked like Mercedes, and to even make it worse, Lewis was going to win. But apparently, we needn't have worried, because Max did again. And the team, because it's Max, but also the strategists of Red Bull that did a good job, or the strategists of Mercedes that did a bad job, actually, because they could have probably won it, or maybe gotten really close to winning it if they had.
Can we talk for a minute about Ferrari's engine?
Yes, let's do that. Yes.
Yeah.
How it was. What's the best word to put it? Tortured, because they were running it with reduced power at altitude, over temperature.
Yeah.
And they kept saying on the Formula One commentary, what you're hearing isn't an audio glitch. Their engine really does sound like that.
Yeah.
Today. And it was like a vacuum cleaner with a piece of Lego stuck in it.
Okay. Yeah.
The sound was just.
Okay. Okay.
Horrible.
Yeah. Okay.
And they just start. I mean, they got up to like Plan G, I think, and they were going backwards through the pack.
Okay. Yeah.
It's phenomenal how their season has just completely unfolded.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing that they. I mean, they did do it. I mean, what were their positions in the end? 5th, 6th, or did they even go down the field? No, I think.
I'm not sure they even finished in Mexico.
No, they're still driving. It's
still driving.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
I had hoped and expected that Ferrari was going to be the challenge to Red Bull this year. I thought it was going to be Max and Leclerc all the way.
Yeah.
But
agree. But that was not the case.
You know, after the first 3 or 4 races, no, that was just Ferrari just fell to pieces.
Yeah, and now Mercedes is getting there. I mean, they're getting really close to what Red Bull's doing, and maybe this circuit was their biggest chance, because this obviously is so much of a different circuit than the others, that maybe next race will be Ferrari again really strong and Mercedes not as strong, but we won't know. But I mean, it's amazing that Ferrari is not getting this together, and they haven't been able to build a good engine.
Yeah.
It seems like their car is okay now, at least as far as we can tell, but their engine is just not up to it. So that's
the cars and their
weird.
drivers are okay.
Yeah, cars and drivers is not a problem.
Engines now become a problem.
And strategists are a problem. Yeah. So, well, you know, next year maybe that'll all change. Obviously, Red Bull is getting a little bit of a more difficult position with their wind tunnel testing reduces and stuff like that.
10% reduction.
Yeah, I don't know if that really will make a difference, but I mean, a lot of people say their punishment is too lenient, and maybe it is, because if they really
not a lot
overspend,
of people. Ferrari and Mercedes say it's too lenient.
Yeah, obviously.
That's
Well, you know, I don't know.
competition, you will always say.
They will say that, but I have to say, if they really overspend, and I don't know the details of it, so I never can make a real opinion
it's
about
still.
it. But if they overspend,
I mean,
it
seems like they might have done because they accepted that plea bargain.
Yeah. So,
And that, you know, that's almost an admission of guilt without admitting guilt.
Exactly, and that's why I think, well, you know, that's a difficult ground where you're on there, because if overspending is only punished with a fine, you know, how's that going to work? And okay, the wind tunnel testing is a real thing, but I mean, then it's maybe worth for other teams to also start overspending, and that's obviously the danger of this. I don't know if they will really think that way, but it looks a little bit that way. And then their punishment might be too lenient.
But then that just makes the whole cost cap go away then.
Yeah. Well,
Once
I think
everyone starts doing it, which I suspect a couple of teams will do next year.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree. I have to say that the cost cap to me has always been a little bit ridiculous, because in Formula One, you know, a cost cap, I don't know.
Formula One has never been cheap.
No.
You know, and like when they're going through this nonsense of trying to make Formula One a green motorsport, the only way that Formula One's going to be green is if they don't race.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like they're putting a dent in any of the climate problems. I mean, it's like, it's a little bit of bullshit. But okay, so Ferrari is really nowhere anymore. Or nowhere. Well, they weren't anywhere here. Maybe they'll come back a little bit next races, but I think Mercedes will still be strong.
Did you see the news about the engine regulations in 2026?
Oh no, I didn't.
No.
Because of the way they're restructuring the exhaust and they're removing the MGUK,
okay,
I think, from the exhaust, we stand a very good chance of getting the screaming engines back.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be really, really cool. And Audi is entering the game, and they're into the Sauber team. They're buying or they're becoming, the Sauber team is becoming the Audi team.
Yeah,
that might be interesting.
Everything will be built very accurately, and we will sail very accurately.
Voorsprong door techniek.
Voorsprong door techniek. Designed the car to finish 0.4 seconds behind the leader, and it finished 0.4 seconds behind the leader. This is a victory.
It's well, we'll see that. That's a couple of years away. We'll see about that. But I mean, this race. I mean,
it was a procession in the end.
Yeah, it wasn't the most exciting race. True. It did look like Red Bull was struggling and didn't really had an answer to what Mercedes was doing. But then luckily Mercedes fucked up a little bit with their strategy, or at least it looked like that. And then everything turned, and they sounded really confident that they would be able to make it. And when I saw that, when I saw that Max wasn't really pulling away, I was thinking, oh shit, this strategy isn't gonna work, because he hasn't got enough time to do a free pit stop to change tires again. But then,
and it was all because they went onto the hard tires, and they went onto the hard tires because Alonso went onto the hard tires and got a good lap time out of them. Well,
yeah. Well,
Alonso is his own thing. You can't base your decision
no.
on Alonso.
No.
I mean,
No.
he's having the retirement. I mean, he's having the retirement that anyone would die for. I mean, he's retired and he's still racing a Formula One car while he's retired.
Yeah. And he's actually now...
He's just out there having a good time.
And he's now flying them even. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's cool. Yeah. So, and then, with all that, Max just... that he drove laps within thousands of seconds the same lap time? He's just like
super
clockwork.
consistent again. Yeah.
He just knows, okay, I have to do this time. He asked his engineer, what do I need to do? And they say, well, if you do around 1 minute to 2 seconds and 45 thousandths, then he will just do that. He will just drive that exact time because they know that will be exactly the hot spot or the soft spot rather to keep the tires up to temperature and last longer and still stay ahead. It's amazing.
But the engineers and the strategists have got to love having a driver where they can say, do this lap time, and he does that lap time.
Yeah, because it's like a computer. They just...
I mean, Nigel Mansell used to be like that. When Nigel Mansell used to race for Williams, they'd say, we need you to do, 124 and, 124.8, and he'd just consistently do 124.8 lap after lap.
Yeah, it was the same lap. Yeah. So I can't even imagine how difficult that'll be, but apparently some...
I can't drive to work and back in the same time.
No. No, that's true. Yeah, no. But anyway, I thought it was... Yeah.
It makes you also wonder if Max would not have been able to drive much faster still. So
I'm sure.
Well, that radio call came through halfway through the race where they were saying the tires are fine, just keep pushing them.
Yeah.
So I get the feeling he was driving enough to stay ahead, but not enough to break the car.
Exactly, and they could have gone faster if he needed to. I think he was in complete control.
Something in reserve for if Lewis came up behind him. I think he had something in reserve just in case.
Yeah, I agree. One thing that I do notice, and we've talked about this before, is that there is still this thing going on with Lewis saying my tires are shit, and meaning they're fine, and the other way around. When he says tires are okay, he comes in the next lap to change tires. That's just it becomes a little bit, like a
everybody knows his code now.
Yeah, the code is because it was the same sort of the last couple of races again. But now I think Red Bull is doing the same. They're beating him in their own game because Max is also sometimes saying things that I don't think are really a thing. He said there was something with their shifting, their gearbox, and I don't think that was it. I think they were just driving slower times because they knew they were going to make it to the end, and to not have Mercedes pick up on that early. And thinking, why is he driving this fast? Is he maybe driving to the end? They were faking an engine or a gearbox problem.
Yeah, or faking a one-stop strategy or something.
To pull them off. Well, they were faking. They were faking a two-stop strategy. Yeah,
faking a two-stop.
Strategy.
I think they were because they were also asking Max if he wanted to have changes on his wing.
Yeah.
And then he said, do another 2 clicks on the front wing.
And that was just. I mean, I loved that about them. They were just. Bullshitting everybody.
They're trolling Mercedes now.
Yeah. So that's really really cool. So that was another thing. But anyway, so not the most exciting of races. The only thing is that if Max, Max is in front and he seems to be winning it, that makes it a little bit more exciting for us. But for the rest of of watching people, it was not a very very nice race. Also, it was a bad thing that Checo had a bad pit stop. Because maybe, just maybe, if that would have been a good pit stop, he might have had the chance to overtake Lewis. It's a big
you get the impression they used him to warm up the pit crew.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is a bad strategy. It's like if the pit crew are going to get something wrong, it'll probably be the first car that comes in.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree. Anyway, another win for Max. He's got 2 more races. If he wins one of them, I think he's got that record even in percentage, what they're all talking about now, about 15 or 16 races of all. Potentially he could win both, but it would have been incredibly lucky. It will be incredibly lucky if he does, because there is so much that can happen, obviously. But anyway, so Next race is gonna be what's the next race gonna be?
Brazil.
Oh yeah, Brazil,
Brazil.
obviously. Yeah, that's always nice. Well, that's a circuit where Max is doing a good job. They are Hamilton fans, and Hamilton also drives very well at Brazil, I think. So that might be a Mercedes win if anyone.
And then the last race is Abu Dhabi again.
And then Abu Dhabi again,
Yeah.
and that might be painful and exciting for a lot of people to see what that happens. I mean, it would be like sort of a revenge if Lewis wins Abu Dhabi, so he will try everything in his power to make that.
I have no doubt. But
Yeah.
it would also be sweet if he tries and tries and tries and still doesn't manage it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be better even. Yeah.
Like go and spend the winter
Yeah.
thinking about it, and then try again next year.
Yeah.
Because their car is so much better now than it was at the beginning of this year. That I have no
Definitely.
doubt that he and Russell are going to be a challenge for Max and Checo next year.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't think that's in any doubt. And
No, true.
it could become a three-way race, hopefully between Leclerc and Max and
Yeah.
I want to say Russell.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Yeah.
On the other hand, the car needs to go up 1.5 millimeters extra or 1.5 centimeters. I do not know.
I thought they'd already done that.
No, they did it this year against the purposing, but next year there's another lift in the car ride height.
Okay.
So, and they still think that Red Bull is then the better car, but
Okay.
well, let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't know until. I mean, every season is different in that respect. So anyway, let's first see
won't
how
know
this
until
season
the second
ends.
or third race next year.
Yeah, well, let's see if they can keep Checo on the second. Being second in the end.
Yeah.
And that would obviously be their goal now. And hopefully Max will win the last two races. That would be sweet. But if not, that's fine too. Anyway,
And I think Brazil is a sprint race.
yeah, there's a
as
sprint
well.
race too. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah. So that'd be interesting. Anyway,
Yeah.
so another thing that we might have some time, a couple of minutes maybe, to discuss is that apparently Chris has done a thing again in the automobile area, and is thinking of maybe switching from one brand to another.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Rivian still have no delivery date,
Okay.
and Volvo or Polestar announced the Polestar 3.
Yeah.
So I put a refundable deposit on the Polestar 3 as well.
This is so cool. Yeah,
And,
I love the way it looks. I mean, I love the looks.
I
of the
love the
Polestar.
way it looks.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
It
It's
seems like the biggest problem with the Polestar 2 is the TCAM, which is the unit that controls or talks over the radio to your phone, to the GPS,
Yeah.
to the connectivity thing. Apparently, that's just absolute junk in the Polestar 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So many problems with it. But allegedly, they're redesigning it for the Polestar 2, so the Polestar 3 should get the redesigned unit.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I just like the way it looked.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. It's exactly the type of car that I would love because it's like a shooting brake. It's like a brake,
Yeah.
but with a It looks brilliant. So I'd be very interested to see how that goes. And is there
In the
any?
meantime-
Oh, sorry.
Hmm? The deliveries of the R1S, the Rivian
Yeah.
SUV, have started. There's a lot of people that have got them now.
Okay.
They seem to be. A lot of people seem to like it more than the truck because it's shorter. It's about
Okay.
18 inches. So what's that going to be? 30 centimeters shorter,
Yeah.
maybe 40 centimeters
some-
shorter, which makes it's easier to maneuver. It's better off road.
Okay.
Things like that. Some of the initial problems that were on the truck aren't on the SUV because they've learned as they've been manufacturing and they've changed their manufacturing processes and things.
Yeah.
They keep adding new features to it all the time, so I've not gone off the Rivian. It's just
No. You're just spreading your chances.
Polestar think they can deliver in Q4 next year, and if Rivian
Okay.
say Q4 next year as well,
Yeah.
then it becomes a race.
Yeah. Well, interesting. We'll see how that goes. Maybe next time.
And maybe if the Rivian arrives in spring, I'll take the Rivian, and then if the Polestar arrives later in the year, I'll take that, and I'll sell the one that I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Yeah, let's maybe next time we can get some pictures or whatever and show that, because it's a really cool car. So yeah. Well, that's
the problem is they're typically Swedish. They have 5 shades of business suit grey and blue.
Yeah.
So I've ordered the blue.
Yes, to be a little bit like different.
Hey, maybe you can try to blackmail Rivian into delivery.
If you don't deliver my car now, I will buy a Polestar.
I will take my $1,000 back.
Yeah.
Or do send them an email which looks like it was mentioned for Polestar.
Yeah.
And you...
Yeah. Sorry.
I'll send Rivian my Polestar confirmation.
Yeah. Sorry. Wrong email address. Yeah.
Wrong email address. So we'll see what happens. I mean, the Polestar. The big disadvantage with the Polestar is the nearest Polestar service center to us is Denver.
Okay. Oh, that's quite a long.
So if anything goes wrong, it goes on a truck for a 500-mile drive.
Yeah. That's not ideal.
So that's definitely a big black mark.
Yeah.
And Rivian, of course, have a service center in Salt Lake now.
Yeah.
So if and when something goes wrong, because it's a new vehicle,
could be.
I'm expecting there to be problems.
Mm.
It's 10 minutes drive from my house.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see how that all plays out. But I like that you're spreading your your chances like that.
And if neither of them can deliver, I'll buy a Kia EV6.
Yeah. There's always that. I mean, that's always
they're really good cars.
Yeah, I would love that. I mean, I like those cars too. But anyway,
much cheaper, 800-volt architecture, better efficiency.
Yeah.
There's nothing not to like about them.
No, I agree. Okay, well, that's good. Last minute or two, I'm going to show you a little bit of one of my birthday presents.
Who are you going to call?
I couldn't resist. Yeah. I couldn't resist starting to build it. This
nice.
apparently is the Ghostbusters Ecto 1.
Now, the big question is, have you put the stickers on for the rust, or are you leaving the stickers off?
I've put them on. I'll just go for the whole shebang. I could always take them off if I don't like them, but I will just go for the box art and see how that goes. I haven't. I decided on that pretty quickly, but.
So is the mechanism in there for the gunner seat already?
Oh yeah. I will try and let me see if I can. There it is. There it comes out, and it goes back in, and the doors open. This is really cool. Suicide door on one side.
Yeah.
The steering is working. It doesn't have it has a large circle, but the engine is really cool too.
I like the detailing on the engine.
How they did that. There's also some sort of sliding system on this chair. Let's see.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that'll go. And there's a lot of machines in the back. Can you see it? Little meters and stuff.
All the little gadgets and screens.
Little gadgets and screens. So that's really cool too. And there's some sort of mechanism. Something will turn on the roof, because if you spin the wheel, this little thing in here. And this thing is turning.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the roof sensors or something.
Yeah, it's going to be like a radar or something on the roof. But anyway, I love the way. I mean, the build is just fabulous. It is so much fun to build, because it's real, Lego bits here and there, and there are so many little details that the building.
A lot of technicality to it.
Technicality is brilliant. I like the way how they make the taillights work, and the fins, obviously, and also the front. I mean,
the front's I like the look of the front with the headlights and the aerodynamic vents and everything.
Absolutely beautiful. I think these yellow things are just for the building.
Yeah.
To not make it sort of
break.
Yeah, that was
if you
when
push
I
on
did the Back to the Future DeLorean. They had the same sort of thing. They had temporary bricks underneath that you took off at the end.
Because if you put it on the floor, it's all flat, and if you build up here, you won't sort of tip it over.
You need something to push against.
Yeah, so that's brilliant. And like the grill in front, all these little plates are all one. So there are 4 on every row. So there were about 500 little parts to that, which is great too also. So yeah. Anyway, lovely build. I will show you the result, which is not going to take too long because I'm really enjoying building this.
Yeah, I've been so busy with work at the moment that I haven't had a chance. Mine's still in the box behind me here.
Yeah, and I mean I can totally see, but you should. I mean, when you get the chance, start building it because it's brilliant. So
I might save that for the Christmas break and build it over Christmas.
Yeah, cool too. It's okay. Well, guys, I think this is it for another half an hour of mind twirling fun, or what do you call it? It was really cool. And we discussed everything we need to discuss. Next week we'll be there. Hopefully, I don't know. Oh, next week is going to be a problem because Chris is going to be flying.
Yeah.
But I think we should try and discuss ways to meet up.
I mean, if you want to do the show on like Thursday night or something, I can come to you and squeeze in next to you there.
Exactly. We will find a way. We will discuss it.
We'll have to personally contact all of our subscribers again and tell them.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Maybe all our subscribers can join too. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. And we'll talk about that offline. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and hope to see you next week, any day of the week.
Comment, subscribe,
and like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you think, and have a nice week. See you later.
Hit the bell.
Bye bye. Hit the bell. Bye bye.
Bye.